thumb slapping technique is often seen as one of the most challenging techniques for acoustic guitar. With this technique, you can add a percussion to your chords and melodies. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the thumb slapping technique step by step. So if you're new to thumb slapping, keep watching because we will start from the very beginning. However, if you have been using the thumb slapping technique for a while, keep watching because I'll show you how to implement this technique to play chords but also melodies. Before we get started with the thumb slapping technique, learn the chord progression: C major, G6 over B, A minor 7, G6, F major 7 sus2, E minor 7. You can also play it with low E string, F major 7 sus2, and G6. I also recommend practicing these chords with the arpeggio prima. The thumb will always pluck the bass note of each chord, while the index, middle, and ring will be plucking the third, second, and first string. Step number 1, focus on the bass. Now let's play the bass note of each chord with the thumb slapping technique. With the thumb slapping technique, you strike the string with the left side of your thumb. Now the idea behind the technique is that you play the bass note of the chord, followed by a thumb slap, then the bass again, and the thumb slap again. So you have 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. You always strike the string that goes with the bass. So C on fret 3, B on fret 2, A on the 5th open string, and G on the 6th string, fret number 3. Now F on the 4th string, fret number 3, E on the 6th open string, back to F, and G. So take a moment to practice this level. It's simple, intuitive, and you're only using one string. Step number 2, add one note to the chord, like this. The only difference with the previous exercise is that we are adding a note, one single note to the chords. For the C major, I'm adding the note C on the 2nd string, fret number 1. For the G over B, we are adding the D on the 2nd string, fret number 3. For the A minor, we are adding the note C on the 2nd string, fret number 1. And for the G, we are adding the note D on the 2nd string, fret number 3. For the F, we are adding the note C on the 2nd string, fret number 1. For the E minor 7, the note D on fret 3. Back to the F, back to the G. Add this one note at the beginning of each chord, and I like to use thumb and middle, thumb slap, bass, thumb slap. Slowly. Now do the same for all the other chords. C, G over B, A minor, and G, and F, and E E minor 7, and F, and G. Now level 3, let's add the arpeggio pima. Now the goal is to be able to use the thumb slapping technique with all your plucking fingers. So you want to have thumb, index, middle, and ring finger in place while using the thumb slapping technique. So instead of plucking just one string, like we did before, we're gonna have 4 strings. So thumb, index on the third, middle on the second, and ring finger on the first. The picking pattern is the same as well as the thumb slapping technique, so you always have the chord, now played with thumb, index, middle, and ring, thumb slap, bass, thumb slap. Let's do it slowly. Now let's apply this to all the other chords. C major, G over B, A minor 7, G6, F, E minor 7, F, G. Step 4, let's break down the arpeggio pima and pluck the strings one at a time, like this. The idea behind this level is that we add much more rhythm to the plucking pattern. So instead of plucking the strings simultaneously, we are breaking down these arpeggio. And we're gonna pluck one note at a time. So you always have thumb, followed by the index finger, thumb, followed by the middle, thumb, followed by the ring, thumb, followed by the middle finger. So if you focus on the strings we're plucking, you'll have 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, 2. This is your picking pattern. And I really recommend taking a moment to practice this simple picking pattern. As you can see, there is no thumb slapping here. And this arpeggio, we are plucking 4 notes with the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's change the second and fourth pluck with the thumb slapping. So you have thumb, index, thumb slapping, middle, thumb, ring, thumb slapping, middle. Let me do it slowly. Thumb, index, thumb slapping, middle, thumb, ring, thumb slapping, middle, thumb, index, thumb slapping, middle, thumb, ring, thumb slapping, middle. Let's put it together. I'll do it slowly. Now let's add this plucking pattern to all the other chords. C major, G over B, A minor 7, and G6, F major 7 sus2, E minor 7, F major 7, and G6. When you put it together, Level 5, let's add a melody to this chord progression. The goal is to combine the thumb slapping technique with chords and melody. Let me play the example. Now I want to make it easy for you so you can succeed. For this reason, instead of playing a melody that is different all the time, we're going to repeat the same handful of notes. The melody is this one. Second string fret number 1 with the note C, fret number 3 with the note D, first open string with the note E, back to the D on fret 3, and the third open string. This is the melody. C, D, E, D, G. For the C major, you have thumb and middle, thumb slap, melody on D, bass, melody on E, thumb slap. Now let's repeat the same melody for the other chords. A minor, we have the melody on C, thumb slap, melody on D, bass, melody on E, thumb slap. And then G6, we have melody on D with the bass on the 6th string fret 3, thumb slap, melody on G, bass, thumb slap. So. Now, the last few chords, F major, melody on C, thumb slap, melody on D, bass, melody on E, and then E minor 7, melody on D with the low E string, thumb slap, melody on G, bass, thumb slap. We finish with F, and G. When you play it faster, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, guys. Please find your level. If you're new to thumb slapping, start from the beginning and then build up step by step. If you have been using the thumb slapping for a while, maybe try to combine thumb slapping with the arpeggio prima, but also try to add a melody to your thumb slapping technique. I'm gonna leave you to practice this. Tabs are available on my Patreon page. Check the link in the description down below. Have a nice rest of the day, and I'll see you soon.